On June 24, 2022, in Agra district of Uttar Pradesh, the security guard of Om Shri Platinum Society felt that something very heavy had fallen down from the fourth floor of the building. He also heard the sound of breaking glass. This sound was heard not only by the guard, but also by the people living in that building. People came out of their houses and ran down. During this time, the guard also reached the side from where the sound of something falling came. But as soon as the guard and the people living in the building reached there, they saw that there was no luggage, but a girl lying there, whose hands were tied with a rope. Two people were also present near her, who were trying to open the rope from the girl's hands. That girl lived on the fourth floor of the building. Initially, everyone thought that Ritika had committed suicide, but when the police investigated, it was revealed that it was not a suicide but a murder. It was also revealed that the person who pushed Ritika down from the fourth floor was just a pawn, while the mastermind of this murder was giving instructions over the phone. But the horrific truth of this incident shook the entire Uttar Pradesh. Actually, Ritika Singh was a resident of Ghaziabad. Her father's name was Surendra Suri, while her mother's name was Manju Singh. Ritika also had a younger brother. Ritika's father Surendra worked in a shoe factory in Ghaziabad. His daughter Ritika Singh was 21 years old and was very beautiful. Wherever Ritika went, people praised her beauty. Ritika took admission in BSc after passing 12th from an English medium school. Ritika used to visit her maternal grandparents' house quite a lot since childhood, and whenever there were school holidays, Ritika and her younger brother would often go to their grandmother's house with their mother. The people in the neighborhood also knew Ritika very well. A boy named Akash Gautam also lived in her grandmother's neighborhood. Ritika was very beautiful in appearance, so Akash started liking her. As Ritika and Akash were growing up, Akash's love for Ritika was increasing, although Ritika considered him only her friend. But in the year 2014, when Ritika came to her grandmother's house in Firozabad, Akash proposed to Ritika, but Ritika rejected his proposal. But Akash had gone mad in love with Ritika. He started following Ritika. Wherever Ritika went, Akash also followed her there. During this time, he proposed to Ritika many times, but Ritika rejected his proposal every time. And then one day, when Ritika was alone at her home, Akash suddenly enters her house, and he kidnaps Ritika and takes her away somewhere. But what he did to Ritika there, you people can't even imagine. Here, Ritika's family files a report with the police that their daughter has been kidnapped by Akash Gautam. The police also start searching for both of them, but nothing is known about Akash and Ritika. But then 7 days after this incident, Ritika suddenly returns to her home, and Ritika says that she has fallen in love with Akash Gautam, and now she will marry him. But she did not know that this love of Akash Gautam is going to bring a big destruction in her life. Actually, after kidnapping her, Akash takes Ritika to a deserted place, where he explains to Ritika that he loves her with all his heart. He wants to marry her, and he will keep her happy in every situation. But Ritika repeatedly refuses him. She tells him that my family will never marry me to you, because neither you are well educated nor you do any good work. Then Akash Gautam tells Ritika that he had given the railway exam a few days ago, in which he has been selected, and soon he is going to get a good job in the railway. Ritika was with Akash for 7 days. He had kidnapped her, but he had not done anything wrong with Ritika, due to which Ritika started believing that Akash really loves her, because if he did not love her, he would have ruined her reputation by now, and in this way Ritika believes his words. After this, Akash and Ritika come back, but as soon as Akash and Ritika reach Ghaziabad, the police arrest Akash. But when Ritika tells the police that she was not kidnapped, but she herself went with Akash Gautam of her own free will, finally the police have to release Akash on Ritika's request. A few days after this, Ritika tells her parents that she wants to marry Akash Gautam, but Ritika's family is not at all ready for this marriage. They explain to their daughter that Akash is not a good boy. He gets angry on small things. His appearance is like that of a goon, and he does not do any work, so we cannot marry you to him. Ritika tells her parents that Akash has cleared the exam and will soon get a job in the railways. Actually, Akash had brainwashed Ritika in such a way that now she was adamant on marrying Akash Gautam against her family, due to which Ritika's family was forced to get Ritika and Akash Gautam married in the year 2014 itself. After this, both of them started living in Ghaziabad. Ritika had become a teacher in a private school after completing BS at that time, while Akash had started working as a clerk in the railways. But Akash used to work on his laptop even after coming home from office. Ritika found this a bit strange, because Ritika knew that Akash was a lower divisional clerk in the railways. Then why did Akash work so hard? To find out the truth, one day Ritika followed Akash, and she saw that Akash did not go to work. Instead, he used to sit at one place and drink tea. That is, Akash Gautam was unemployed. He lied to get Ritika that he got a job in the railways. But now Ritika could not tell this to her family members, because Ritika had done this marriage of her own choice. And when Akash started running out of money, he started asking for money from Ritika and also started beating her. Now Ritika was slowly realizing what a big mistake she had made by marrying Akash. One day, Akash went to Ritika's school and dragged her by her hair to his house, and when Ritika, upset, told Akash that she wanted a divorce from him, he started planning to kill Ritika. One day, Akash called his brother and brother-in-law and together with them burnt Ritika alive, but Ritika had already called her mother there that day. So Ritika's family somehow saved her. But in this incident, one of Ritika's legs was completely burnt. After this, Ritika started changing her house and living in different places so that Akash could never find her. Then one day, in the course of conversation, Ritika's school owner Vipul Agarwal, who had also seen Ritika being beaten many times, asks Ritika to stay at his house. Vipul told Ritika that he is married, but his family life is not going well, so he also lives separately from his wife. After this, a relationship starts developing between Vipul and Ritika, due to which Ritika started thinking about her future with him, and thus after 2 years of marriage, i.e. in the year 2016, Ritika goes to Vipul Agarwal in Firozabad. After this, Vipul and Ritika start living in a flat. Ritika stays there for some time, but she was afraid that Akash might come to Firozabad looking for her. That is why Vipul and Ritika decided that they will leave Firozabad and shift to Agra. After this, both of them rent a flat in Om Shri Platinum Society of Agra. There was very tight security in this society, but still they had specifically told the security guard not to let anyone enter their flat until Ritika herself calls the guard and tells him. Ritika also leaves her teaching job. After this, Vipul and Ritika start living together. Akash had also forgotten her now. Ritika starts making videos on Instagram. Her followers start increasing slowly. She starts getting super sponsorship. Seeing her fame increasing, her enemies also started increasing. So Ritika decides to make a police complaint, in which she says that Akash used to beat her earlier also, but now she is in danger from Akash. But due to lack of evidence, no action could be taken against Akash and his friends. Here Akash Gautam was searching for Ritika. Finally, after a lot of struggle, Akash came to know that Ritika lives in flat number 404 of Om Shri Platinum Society of Agra. Because the security in that society was very strong, Akash knew that it was not easy to enter that society. So on June 20th, i.e. 4 days before this incident, Akash and his friend Anildar reached Om Shri apartment. After reaching there, Akash told the security guard that he wanted to buy this flat, but actually he had come there to do a recce. He could not enter Ritika's flat, but he got the idea that if Ritika is thrown down from the balcony of her flat, she would die. After this, on June 24th, 2022, Akash reaches Om Shri Apartment Society at 10:30 a.m., along with 2 women and 2 men. One of those two women was named Kajol, and the other was named Kusum. Both of them were Akash's adopted sisters, and those two men were Akash's friends Chaitan and Various. Akash also had a bag in which he had brought a rope, and when the security guard asks them which flat they want to go to, Akash lies to the guard that they have to go to flat number 601. Actually, he had brought those women with him, so that the guard would see it as a whole family, and the guard would feel that they have come as guests to someone's house. And this happens, after which the guard lets them go inside. Akash sends the two women who came with him to open the door of Ritika's flat, seeing whom Ritika opens the door of the flat. But as soon as the door opened, all 5 people enter inside. They start beating Ritika and Vipul. Then they tie Ritika and Vipul with ropes. After this, they picked up Vipul and put him in the bathroom and locked the door from outside. During this time, Akash was also continuously talking on the phone. He was giving minute-to-minute updates to someone. Akash talked to that mastermind about 8 times in 25 minutes. Akash tells Ritika that he has come to take her with him, because Akash had told the same to his 4 companions, that he just wants to talk to Ritika. But Ritika does not listen to him, and she refuses to go with him. Akash cannot tolerate her refusal, and so he ties a cloth around her neck. Ritika's hands were already tied with a rope. Akash lifts Ritika, and then he takes her to the balcony. After this, Ritika's screams start echoing in that building. Many neighbors told that Ritika was remembering her younger brother in her last moments, but Akash had already decided, and as soon as he reaches the boundary with Ritika, the executioner throws Ritika down from there. He threw Ritika with such force that the place where Ritika fell was completely broken. Akash calls the mastermind of this murder at 11:59 and tells him that he has killed Ritika. After this, Akash reaches down near Ritika's dead body and starts untying the rope from her hands. But in the meantime, Vipul had broken the bathroom window and had called his neighbors by shouting. Seeing people gathering, those 5 people immediately try to run away from there, but the guard heard the sound of something falling from the building and immediately closed the gate of the society, due to which those people got badly trapped, and the people of the society caught 3 of them, while 2 accused Chaitan and Anwar managed to escape from there. After this, the police reaches the crime scene and arrests those 3 accused: Akash, Gautam, Kusum, and Kajol. But the biggest question was who was that mystery killer who was planning everything on the phone. Even the police did not know anything about him. But then the police gets a link to reach that mastermind. And there was a bike. Actually, the bike on which Akash came to murder Ritika. When the number plate of that bike was tracked, it was found that the bike was registered in the name of Asha, and Asha was Anildhar's mother, the same Anildhar who had come with Akash a few days ago to do a recce of Ritika's flat. But the police still could not understand anything. But when Akash's call details were checked, the whole truth came out in front of the police. Actually, the one who was coordinating this murder from the phone that night was Asha's daughter, Anildhar's sister, Dr. Dipali, the same Dr. Dipali who was Vipul Agarwal's wife. Actually, when she came to know about Vipul and Ritika's affair, she started planning to murder Ritika from then itself. And then she came to know about Ritika's husband Akash. Dipali knew that only Akash could do this work. Akash had also received 10 locks to kill his wife Ritika, but despite the many efforts of Ritika's parents, the police was not arresting Vipul's wife Dipali. Then, due to media pressure, Dipali and her family members who were involved in the conspiracy of this incident were arrested. After this, they were presented in the court from where they were sent to jail. All of them were sentenced to life imprisonment. Friends, the purpose of telling this incident is not to hurt anyone, not to trouble anyone, but to make you aware, to alert you. Friends, what is your opinion about this whole incident? Please tell in the comment box. And if you liked our efforts, then like and share this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel till now, then subscribe to our channel. Thank you.